Students to come in. Can we help our guest speaker out if you'd like to have a little bit more room up front here? So can we all stand up and then push the chairs and the tables back that way a little bit so that we have a little bit more space up here.
Record on this. What? I'm going to hit record on this, so... What's going on? Starting broadcast. Dr. McCurdy, we are live. Dr. McCurdy, put it on standby for a few minutes. Put it on standby. I love that video feed.
Hi, wonderful.
Hey, Mr. Becker.
Hey, Chris, can you turn the volume down a little bit? That's a little bit loud. Hey, wonderful, everyone, please. All right, thank you. We've got plenty of space up here in the front here. After my home. Thank you. Okay. So before we get started today with our second passion talk, and by the way, I've heard some people saying that you guys already have passion projects. That is awesome. So we're going to get started with that process next week. So this is our final all-roar passion project. But I'm really excited that you guys have already started to be thinking about passion projects. So I've got something that I'd like to announce today that we're really excited about. So over the weekend, Logan's team and I had a conversation with a gentleman in Houston, and by the name of Steve Gordon. And we are really excited to announce the start of a project that we're calling Kids Helping Kids. And the idea here is to have our school spearhead a program where we help unfortunate, disadvantaged students in Houston who have been affected by the floods. And so it's really eye-opening for me in this conversation with Steve Gordon over the weekend is, so first of all, he lives in Houston. And so it's an opportunity for me to hear firsthand what the situation is actually like there. And so when I was telling some of the students in Ms. Lowe's second period today class, there's, we hear so many, we see so many things on the news, so many horrifying things, and we get kind of immune to the images and the visuals that we see. And so for a lot of us, me included, we see another house that's 8 feet underwater. And it doesn't really mean anything to us because it's just another house that's 8 feet underwater, and we see this kind of thing every day, and it could be happening anywhere in the world. And so it wasn't really until I spoke to this gentleman, and he actually was not that affected by the floods. He's relatively well off, but just his stories of what is actually going on in Houston made it so much more real to me. And so just something that seems really small and inconsequential. He isn't really sure how his son is going to be able to get to school in the next few weeks because his son's school is across the river, and that river currently is completely flooded, and all the bridges are completely flooded, and the only way to get the kids to school is to drive 18 miles downriver and then back up. And so, yeah, he has a house. Fortunately, he has a car, but his life is being affected by the current situation. And what he was able to impart to us and have us realize is that there are so many people whose lives are completely upended in ways that we don't really even realize, in ways that we wouldn't even realize would be something that would affect people. And so, for example, students who have lost their homes and they've lost their cars and they need to go to school, but they can't actually buy school supplies because they don't have any means of getting to the store, and there aren't any items in the store to purchase in the first place. And so what we're doing with this Kids Helping Kids initiative is we're looking for us, our community here, to start to offer services to poor, disadvantaged students in Houston who can't even get basic school supplies. And so we're going to be actually giving these students backpacks. We're going to be filling the backpacks with school supplies. And we're hoping to give these kids just, a little something. Show them that there's people in the world who actually do care about their education, do care about them. And we want to start it here and start it with you guys. So we're going to be doing this very specifically with one or two very specific schools so that it feels more real for us. We know that we're going to have a direct impact. We're not just giving money anonymously to somebody. We actually know who we're actually going to be affected. And we're hoping that you guys are actually going to be able to have some kind of connection, personal connection with these individual students who are just like you in Houston who have had their world completely upended. So look for, if you're interested in participating immediately and you're really excited about this prospect, then certainly speak to Ms. Lowenstein and the students in her second period class, her sociology class. But I'm hoping that this is something that the entire community can get around, and I'm hoping that we as a school are going to be the ones that are spearheading this for all of San Diego. So this is going to be something huge. I'm really excited about it. Kids Helping Kids. So hopefully you guys are going to get on board with this and we can make a difference. All right. So looking for Gavin. There he is. Somebody has a question? Oh, so a reminder, so this is an electronics-free zone. So please turn off your phones, no computers, no distractions. Let's make sure that we're giving our speaker today our undivided attention. All right, here we go.
So we're excited to welcome someone who isn't only a certified working coach, but has also been working for over 30 years in business, sales, and personal development. So let's all give a round of applause to Mr. Chris Nielson.
Love watching movies by showing. Cool. So a lot of you don't love watching movies. I've seen your hands. So how many of you have ever dreamed that you were the hero in one of those movies? Yeah. How many of you are a hero right now? I think some of you are heroes even without knowing it. Dr. McCurdy shared something. You guys get a chance to go on a hero's journey. As long as he's bringing that to you. If you're all alone, and you're feeling alone, and I know I felt alone sitting in school, and someone sat next to you at the table, does that feel like a heroic act to you in that moment? Yeah? Thank you. It did to me when a group of people reached out to me. So I'm going to share some stories with you. I'm actually giving you some seeds that you can choose to plant and water and nourish and grow if you want. One of the seeds is fearlessness. How many would like a seed of fearlessness today? I wish to. I'm not. It's possible. How about a seed of inevitable success? Some people say these things are not possible. This hero's journey, they're not, someone said. And I hear that. I said a lot of things were not possible. And I love the phrase, I think, from Jonathan Livingston, the writer Jonathan Livingston Seagull. What's his name? Richard Bach? Yes. So Richard Bach wrote the phrase, if you argue for your limitations, they are yours. So if I say you can do anything, and I believe this room is filled with brilliance, it can do almost anything you put your mind to. And if you say, no, I can't, then you are absolutely right. Until you drop that thought. And in one moment, you can drop that thought. So I am on my own hero's journey. That's why I'm here. I'm on a quest. I've created Hero Skills Academy, which is just in the infancy stage. I want to give people the ability to grow their skills in all areas of life. Does anyone think I'm afraid to be up here and speak to you guys? Actually, not anymore. I'm more afraid not to get up here. But it used to be that way. Let me tell you about a miserable moment of mine in middle school. I had a speech to give. And I was shaking on the way to class. My hands just felt like this. I was sweating. And I heard the message on TV, never let them see you sweat. Has anyone heard that message? No? You probably don't sweat a lot, or they don't run that commercial anymore. When I was growing up, there was a constant message on TV, all these professional athletes and great people, they say, never let them see you sweat. And when I was a little kid, I didn't care about that. I'd run and play, and I'd come in, and my mom would look at me, oh my gosh, put her hand in my forehead. This is Minnesota in the middle of the winter. And I was pouring sweat. And all of a sudden, this message got in my head. Never let them see you sweat. So on a hot day, I couldn't even go outside today. I'd have to just stand in the shade. But even in the shade, I'd sweat today. Never let them see you sweat. Now, the beautiful thing is no coach, and I played a lot of sports. Basketball being my favorite, though I still play. No coach said, I don't want to see you sweating out there, Chris. So no coach ever said that to me. A few kids said, ooh, I don't want to guard him. So I heard that message, and that message changed the way I acted in life. So I was sweating on the way to my speech. I was nervous. I sat down in class, and I was praying that she wouldn't call on me. Please don't call on me. I knew she was going to call on me. She's calling on everyone in the class. But I was so freaked out in that moment. I thought I was going to get so hot that I was going to spontaneously combust. That's how I stood up, and all of a sudden I just started pouring sweat. And I was sure everyone was looking at me and going, that sweaty freak. That's the message I had in my head at the time. It wasn't good, and I can't even remember the speech. All I remember was pouring and standing down and go, oh, I'm so happy that was over. when I just wanted to melt into one puddle and just disappear. It felt so horrible. And it was like that moment was branded on my hand, and it throbbed every time I got up to speak. Now, it doesn't throb anymore. I'm not completely fearless speaking, but I'm almost there. I planted that seed inside me because it's possible. I love to speak and share because I'm on a mission. A why, a calling brought me here, a hero's journey that pulled me forward to speak, to give, and share with you things. So I want to share a bunch of things with you today. And this school is special. You know, it talks about entrepreneurship and technology. I think, who do you think is going to change the world? Who's going to change our future? I think you guys could. You could, absolutely. Yes, I saw you. Conscious entrepreneurship, I think, has the ability to change the future like almost no other thing. People that care more than just about money. People that want to make a difference. People that create things that make a difference, positive difference in people's lives. Who here wants to make a positive difference in someone's lives? And those of you, thank you for raising your hands. I want to support you in that today. And those of you who didn't raise your hands, you know, one of the ways when I got out of my selfish self, if you want a trick to feeling better today, help someone else. Help someone else. I know. And if you are, and I know there's people in this room really suffering, you're not alone. Misery is one of the triggers that took me on my hero's journey. My daughter was 14, and we were incredibly connected before that, and we lost this incredible connection. And I wanted to find a way to get it back, and I tried everything. I read things, I worked on things, I thought I had answers that didn't work. And it pushed me on this journey. And that's 10 years ago, and I'm still on this journey. So maybe I'll bring this up right now. Responsibility. Who wants to be responsible? Who doesn't want to be responsible? Yeah. So I'm going to share kind of a concept with responsibility with you. It's this. If you're responsible, it actually has some freedom to it. It can feel, oh, that's too much responsibility. Response-able. You're able to respond. It doesn't mean you always do or always can in that moment, but you're able to respond. So, if I drop this pen, and I say, I'm not responsible for picking it up, I can't pick it up. If I'm responsible for picking it up, I can bend over and pick it up. Or I can ask you to pick it up. Would you pick it up for me? No. I am responsible. I can take action and I can make things happen in that moment. Responsibility can set you free. Responsible for how you show up in school. Responsible for what you do. I went to the University of Minnesota my junior and senior years. And I had a miserable time there too. I felt all alone. The only time I really enjoyed myself was playing pickup basketball with friends. But at school, I didn't take responsibility for things. I was an entrepreneur in high school. I ran a sound and light show. I did all the high school dances. I sold all the clubs. My two buddies ran it while I played basketball and other sports. I did a number of other entrepreneurial exercises. I played a game with dart guns that had a pool down to the end. I made money from all these different things. Yet in college, I let all of that go. And I was so alone at school. And I look back and I didn't take responsibility. I could have easily started an entrepreneur's club. Easy. And it would be full of people that inspired me and we inspired each other. I know some of you are fragile out there because I was fragile in school. And I want to help you with that. I want to share a story. I'm going to take this jacket off. It's all right with you? Okay. All right. I was 17. And at the time, I was an honor student, captain of the basketball team, and I'd just been a starter on the state championship baseball team. And I don't tell you those things to brag. I tell you those things that life was going pretty good. And life was really beautiful this night. It was a winter's night in Minnesota. Mother Nature had thrown a blanket of snow across the land, a foot thick. And it was still and quiet. Until me in the Jeep Cherokee with the tunes, Frank and Jeff in the passenger seat, Jared in the back, and we were sliding through parking lots. We were doing spins. And then I looked, there's a little lake in the town of Grand Rapids, Minnesota, Crystal Lake. And there were 2 empty ice houses out on the lake. It's about 7 o'clock at night. And I said, let's go. And both my buddies said, no, no. But I was driving, and we went out on the lake. And if you've ever stood sideways on the lake, ooh, dude, you slide. You just slide and slide and slide the other way. And you could spin. Man, it felt good. And I was having such a good time, I'd gone to the far side of the lake. And for my grand finale, I said, I'd done it. 10, 20, 40, 50 miles an hour. Snow coming out the front bumper. It was like a magical experience. And I look ahead, and I'm headed right towards one of the 2 fish houses. It's a ways away, so I'm fine. I turn left, nothing. Right, nothing. Right, left, nothing. Bam! Splinters everywhere, water on the windshield. Jeff is out so fast. Jared is out of the Jeep so fast. And where am I? I'm still in the car with my head down on the steering wheel. Seatbelt buckled. I'm more ready to die than face my father's eyes. That water felt like it would be warmer than his eyes. And I tell you that story because I know the messages we get from society make us fragile. In that moment, I was fragile. And if I could talk to that 17-year-old back then, I'd say no mistake is worth dying for. Get out of the car. Because they were screaming at me to get out. Luckily, it wasn't going to break. I eventually took my seatbelt off, got out of the car. I didn't call my dad because I was way too afraid. I called a family friend. The second tow truck came out of the lake. Misery has propelled me on this journey. I want to, if I can, take some of your misery and help you let it go. Misery can propel you on this hero's journey. We get a chance to help people in Houston. You get a chance to help people, and it makes a difference in your own life. So, anyone can give me some qualities of a hero. Kind of raise your hand and shout out hero qualities. Yeah. Pride. Great. Selfless. Helpful. Compassion. I love that. Reliable. What else? Perseverance. Again? Sympathetic, I like that too. Yes. Empathetic, yes. What calls us when we can look at another and feel their pain in us? Yeah. Isn't that what pulls us to help? How about the qualities of a victim? You want to call it the qualities of a victim? Yes. Afraid. Yeah. Helplessness. Yeah. Yeah. Broken. Anyone else? I would say yes. Alone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all for participating there. When I look at both of those, a hero and a victim aren't so different. Who in this room is familiar with the original Star Wars? I love it. I'm sorry, I do like it. On a hero's journey. On a hero's journey, you can feel the hero can start feeling broken, alone, afraid, all about himself. You don't need to be perfect to be a hero in someone's life. Simple kindness. When you feel alone, has someone that's been kind to you made an incredible difference in your life? Anyone? Yeah? Thank you. Kindness, if you're kind to someone, if you just practice and bring up your kindness, that can make an unbelievable difference in someone's life. There's so many things you can do today. The teachers in the school are heroes. Yeah, let's give them a hand. All the staff. When I went to my 20-year reunion, my 20-year high school reunion,